The landlord have the right to increase his rent, and he have the right to increase his rent annually. As a yearly tenant, the landlord can come at any time that he want to make use of his property. There's a difference between a lease and yeah. But a lot of people, a lot of tenants do a lot of things ignorant without consulting anybody. But when you do the right thing, you won't suffer. A landlord will not come for no you and start demolishing your house or increase your rent because you upgrade this property. And anything you want to do, even any upgrade you want to do as a sitting tenant, you as the in that house, and you want to upgrade the apartment, you have to call the landlord, you consult the landlord. It's better for you to even write him officially.
Then he responds officially too.
Yeah. It's an agreement. I'm going to fix this apartment.
Okay.
This is what you are supposed to do as a landlord, but I will do it.
Okay.
But please, even though you want to increase the rent, let it be after 2 years. Let it after 3 years.
Okay.
Before buying any property. Even when you carry out inspection on that property and you saw that land or a building, because there's a difference between land and building. Where you see a sculpture that you want to buy, it's very, very important for you to carry out your search. Carry out your search, go to Edges, it's Abuja Geographical Information System. You go to their office, do your search so that you verify is the land genuine or it's not genuine. So like FCT, if you can, let me use a place like Guzape, for example. You can see there are some places called Guzape Extension, whereby you see that they are just houses without proper documents. So all those places are places that the FCT minister have interest on. At any time they can come and demolish that place. There was a time I bought a property in Jukwe, that is phase 3.
Okay.
I bought it very, very cheap. But at the end I find out that it's not even like it was a structure. At the end, I find out that the building or the property did not even have a document
to attach to it.
Yeah, they only have all this traditional signature agreement between the owner. But my thought is not currently.
The future.
About the future. Anything can happen. So when government knock on that, they want to make use of that place. So what do you have? So when they demolish your place or you collect it, there's no compensation. As a landlord, you are collecting 100,000 naira as a rent annually. Then the fuel was, let's say fuel is 200 naira per liter. He's living well, but suddenly the fuel is now 1,000 plus. So his property is that is his own
source of income. Yeah,
we call it investment. That is his own investment. That is where the way you focus on your own business. The real estate, that is the property for rent. That is where he gets his money every year. And some of them are civil servants.
Sure.
So they build all those things. They build all those properties for them as their own pension. So you don't expect them to keep on collecting, let's say, 100,000 for 5 years continuously. That means the person will not meet up, except you have other things that he's doing. Okay. But a lot of them focus on that property. That's their life investments.
Okay.
So they study it. Once they exchange it, even the property manager did not even inform them. They are already in the system. They know what is
going on.
You want to buy anything in the market, everything have already shoot up. So where did he run to? Government did not even, he can't even meet the government for anything. So he have his own investment. That is what he's going to focus on. Well, if you want to invest in real estate, it's a very, very good investment. The only step you take is that they say you cut your coat
according to your
size. You don't have 10 million, you are going to determine you want to go and invest in real estate. Even your 10 million is just a rent for some apartments. So we have other places. We have places like Airport Road. We have Jupwe houses, Karishi houses. You can use that money and purchase like 2 to 3 plots of lands. If you want to develop, good. If you don't want to develop, we keep it.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to another beautiful episode of the Unfiltered Dialogue. As you all know, we talk here without filter. Now, this episode promised to be different because a lot is happening, especially when it comes to real estate. Today, I have a very interesting guest, and This one here is very involved when it comes to real estates. So we want to dive into the business and also educate our people when it comes to buying land, rights of tenants, rights of landlord, all the things you think we should know. This is what we should be talking about. And I wouldn't want to introduce him. I want him to introduce himself. Welcome, sir. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Okay, tell us your name and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Peter Shedrack. From Edo State. I'm a graduate of Nuba Mali Polytechnic, Zaria. That is estate management and valuation. So I'm the managing director of Shakespeare Real Estate Investment Limited, a property manager, and an estate surveyor. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I want to ask you this question. You are really deeply rooted into, real estate activities. How did you go into? How was it? Was it a choice for you from onset, or you just find yourself?
Well, seriously, I don't know anything about estate management before. It was after my secondary school. I was seeking for admission in the Polytechnic then. So that was when a friend of mine now meet me that there's a course called estate management. It's a social science course because I'm a science student.
Okay.
So I said, okay, let's see what they do. Before I know, he explained one or two things to me. That they're into real estate investment. That they build property, they sell property, whatever. I said, wow, that was a very good one because my intention was to go for electrical and electronics engineering. So during my admission time, I got my admission into my first year studying estate management. Okay, that was when I found it very, very interesting. So from then, after my second year, before my second year, we went for a series, whether it's you do your IT. So I was privileged to travel down to Abuja from the north, that is from Zaria, that is Kaduna State. I traveled down to look for a place I'll do my industrial training. That was when I picked the interest to be fully involved in real estate management. So then I saw the way the activity is going, because we don't have that full privilege in Zaria where you see a lot of properties that is being handled by professionals. So that was when I developed that interest fully to involve myself in real estate.
Wow.
So that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much for this. Let me just ask you this. Real estate in Nigeria comes with a lot of challenges. From your experience, what are some of the biggest challenges developers, investors, and buyers face today?
Well, we face a lot of challenges. Let's say government policy. That's the major challenges we have. Then global threats, like let's say the ongoing war also, because all those things affect the cost of building materials. So when you are investing in real estate and you budget 10 million naira for a project, and at the end, because of the policy and maybe change of government or the ongoing wars, you'll find out that the cost of material is very, very high, and those things will affect your project. So that is number one thing that really affects property developers.
Okay.
And even someone that have that intention to invest in real estate. So it's not an easy thing for this critical period that we have. But we still advise you keep on moving, but you can never lost. It's a profitable investment. Even when things are high, at the end, even you have to get money somewhere to complete your project. You are not going to sell it the way you plan to sell it before. So, government policy really affect real estate.
Okay. So
everybody can see it all over.
So one of the key issue, just like you mentioned, is basically government policy.
Government policy.
Now, let's talk about, you mentioned certain things, and I also want to leverage on that to ask you one or two questions. Now, from your own experience or from your own advice, a young man who has been struggling for quite some time and eventually he made the first 10 million, what would be your advice? People will say, will you go and buy a house instead of renting, or should he rent and invest the rest in other things? What would you advise?
Well, anything property or real estate is always appreciated. Whether you buy a land now, the nearest future, even though you want to sell it, you can never sell it the way you bought it. There's always profit. So I would advise you, if you have any money, it's better for you to invest on properties. Buy more properties, get a good manager to manage it for you. You can buy and resell.
Okay.
That is what I always do. I buy and I sell. And it's very, very rare for me to even lose. So property, landed property, always appreciate, you never depreciate. So our advice, go into real estate.
For somebody who wants to buy or who wants to go into land banking, before making payment, what are the key things to look out for? Because when it comes to this business of real estate, a lot is going on. We see people being defrauded, both people in abroad, people based in Nigeria. You get a land and the next thing, one story or the other. As from your own experience and somebody who has been grounded in this industry, what advice will you give to somebody who have intention of buying a property or a virgin land?
Well, before buying any property, even when you carry out inspection on that property and you saw that land or a building, because there's a difference between land and building. When you see a sculpture that you want to buy, it's very, very important for you to carry out your search. Carry out your search, go to Edges, it's Abuja Geographical Information System. You go to their office, do your search so that you verify is the land genuine or it's not genuine. So doing that, it will also save you. Reaching there, you know if this land is authentic or it's not authentic, before you now think of involving a lawyer, which is very, very important. Your lawyer will guide you before you purchase any land. But once you make your search and you find out the land is genuine, it's very, very advisable for you to get a lawyer for any legal agreement or documentation. So that's just it.
I know you have mentioned, I wanted to ask you also that what are the steps one needs to take, especially to avoid scammers and all of that. But again, buying land in communities, it has always been a big issue. Some of these communities are inheritance and all of that. What step do one need to take properly to avoid being scammed? Buying a land today, tomorrow one other family come to tell you, this is ours. What are the steps one need to take?
Well, we are looking at the FCT, that is Abuja. Plus we have the satellite areas.
Sorry, before you go on, what implies in Abuja doesn't imply in other states? So for somebody watching outside?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, everybody have his own different operation.
Okay.
So like FCT, you can, let me use a place like Guzape, for example. You can see there are some places called Guzape Extension. Whereby you see that they are just houses without proper documents. So all those places are places that the FCT minister have interest on. At any time they can come and demolish that place. Because one, nobody give you any allocation to that land. Those places are just a reserve place. So anytime the FCT ministers just have interest, so the number one thing they will ask you is your C of O. Because if you go there, they will not give you that C of O until they allocate that place to you.
Okay.
So buying a land without proper document in FCT is very, very risky. So I cannot even advise anybody to even invest on such. Even there was a time I bought a property in Jukwe, that is phase 3.
Okay.
I bought it very, very cheap. But at the end, I find out that it's not even like, so it was a structure. At the end, I find out that the building or the property did not even have a document
to attach to it.
Yeah, they only have all this traditional signature agreement between the owner. But my thought is not, it's not currently.
The future.
About the future. Anything can happen. So when government knock on that, they want to make use of that place. So what do you have? So when they demolish your place or they collect it, there's no compensation. But when you have the proper documents, if you want to even buy any land in Abuja, I would advise you get a land that have C of O or R of O.
Okay.
If you are buying any land without all those documents, just prepare yourself for. At any time they can take you unaware.
Wow.
So for someone that have interest to buy property in Abuja, so I will advise that person. There are a lot of places, and we have all these real estate developments that you can go there. They have their genuine documents. You can go there, you purchase maybe 1,000 square meters from them, you build your this, and they'll do the infrastructure, pay them for infrastructure. So I will advise any step you want to take in buying any property in Abuja, you have to be very, very careful. Just go for the ones that have genuine C of O or R of O to save your investments and your money.
Thank you very much for this. Very, very importantly, there had been a serious pandemic when it comes to the increment when it comes to house rents. Is it just in Abuja or just, all over Nigeria? But again, what do you think from your perspective? What do you think is the reason for this high cost? Landlords just wake up with house, maybe you pay 100,000. They can just tell you now it's 500,000. What is going on? What is going on? Do you guys, the agency or whatever, are you the ones advising these landlords, or do they consult you guys, or you guys are the ones gingering all of this? What is going on?
Well, before any increments, there's what we call there's evaluation. We call it evaluation or rent. That is in that neighborhood. So like a term of increment of rent, it's not that, let me use the word, maybe agent or the property manager or an estate surveyor. We just wake up for nowhere and increase the rent. It's not done that way. What really matters is that if there's development, upgrade, that is number one. Like I said, the FCT minister,
Western
Wike is doing a very, very good job.
Okay.
And all those things he's doing is making property to be appreciated.
Okay.
All properties are appreciated in terms of sales, rent, and the rest. So the way the whole thing is going, even this what do they call it, Nasarawa State now, you can see this Maraba houses, you can see the ongoing development. Nobody will tell you that the rent is going to be reviewed or increased. So this is just a simple idea concerning increments. Then apart from let's say rise of dollar and naira, it also affects the economy. Once the economy change, definitely everybody will adjust. As a landlord, you are collecting 100,000 naira as a rent annually. Then the fuel was, let's say fuel is 200 naira per liter. He's living well, but suddenly the fuel is now 1,000 plus. So his properties that's his own
source of income. Yeah,
we call it investment. That is own investment. That is where the way you focus on your own business. The real estate, that is the property for rent. That is where he gets his money every year. And some of them are civil servants.
Okay.
So they build all those things. They build all those properties for them as their own pension. So you don't expect them to keep on collecting, let's say, 100,000 for 5 years continuously. That means the person will not meet up, except you have other things that he's doing.
Okay.
But a lot of them focus on that property. That's their life investments.
Okay.
So they study it. Once they exchange it, even the property manager did not even inform them. They are already in the system. They know what is going on. You want to buy anything in the market, everything have already shoot up. So where did he run to? Government did not even, he can't even meet the government for anything. So he have his own investment. That is what he's going to focus on. So that is where the issue of rent increment at times used to come up. So at that time, the landlord or the property owner with his agent or property manager for a discussion that he would like to review his rents or our rent. So at this point, the landlord have the right to increase his rent too. And he have the right to increase his rent annually.
Okay. Is there no law that's certain a number of years? No. Someone need to stay before a rent is reviewed, or
there is, for me, since I'm practice, there is no law that states it that a landlord cannot increase his rent annually. But the only thing is that we do it out of, should I say, that cordial relationship between the property owner and the tenants.
Okay.
You understand? So at times, some landlord will say, okay, give them the grace of 3 years before you increase it. So we say, okay, give them the grace of 2 years before you increase their rents.
Okay.
You understand? So there's no any law that back it that you can increase your rent at any time you want.
Okay.
So that's just it.
Because this brings me to this question. What are primary responsibility of landlords, especially when it comes to housing? We had several issues when somebody is having some landlords just put in every bill on tenants. And sometimes the tenants also want landlords to also take care of most of the things. Is there a major thing that landlords, okay, when it comes to drainage, when it comes to this, belongs to landlord, but when it comes to this is tenants' own?
Yeah, like once we are talking about the responsibility of a landlord and a tenant, it's very, very large and it's very, very controversial. In the sense that you find out at times the tenants carry out the duty of the landlord. And at times find out that the landlord carry out the duty of the tenants. So the major responsibility of a landlord is the wear and tears. Let's say the external part of the building.
Okay.
The wear and tear, that is maybe your wall crack. When there is crack or when there's a major damage, the landlord can come in.
Okay.
A damage that is going to affect the well-being of that tenant. So the landlord will interfere on it. Okay. And when there's a major roof leakage, definitely the landlord will interfere. So when the wall is cracked or maybe the fence fell down, but not when the tenant reverse with his car, then he destroy the fence, they will not call the landlord should come and fix it for him. So it's not done anywhere. So like the issue of also sockaway, I'll just make some points. Once your sockaway is filled up, it's the responsibility of the tenant to evacuate it.
Okay.
But once it comes to collapse,
maybe
your sockaway collapse and they need to rebuild it, or your borehole collapse, they need to build a new one. Those are the major things that the landlord look into. But your sumo will not have issue there. You not tell your landlord.
That's what I wanted to even ask you. What if sumo have issue?
Those are facilities that the landlord make provision for.
Okay.
So you, the tenants, it's your responsibility to maintain them, and all those things are being used by the tenants. So when you use it, you overuse it and it's spoiled. Definitely, you will fix it. Just like maybe your toilet. Once you are using your toilet, the flusher, the has issue. Are you calling the landlord to come and fix it, or to come and change it for you, or you intentionally break the new toilet, and you now tell the landlord, "Okay, come and change this WC for me." So you can see, but at time, I won't even lie to you. My own property, I stay in a rented apartment. There was a time that my roof was leaking. I don't even call the owner of the house. I fixed it myself.
Okay.
Even my sitting room, when I moved in there was no POP. I use my own money to fix because I want comfort.
Again, some landlords are very, their attitude is crazy. You can just enter a particular apartment and you decide to bring it to test. We have seen these things happen. After doing all those things, the next day landlord have a glimpse of it. The next day they ask you to leave.
Well, apart from the next day, you might even increase your rent.
Okay, okay.
But the best thing to do, that's why it's good. You always have a advisor,
Okay.
either a legal advisor or a property manager. Once you want to upgrade any property, you have to inform the landlord.
Okay.
It's better for you to even write him officially.
Then he responds
So,
officially too.
Yeah. It's an agreement.
Mhm.
I'm going to fix this
Do this.
apartment.
Okay.
This is what you are supposed to do as a landlord, but I will do it.
Okay.
But please, even though you want to increase the rent, let it be after 2 years. Let it after 3 years.
Okay.
And I'll be staying here. That is just like they lease the place to you.
Mhm.
You can beg the landlord,
Mhm.
lease this place for me, but I'll pay you for 1 year. But lease it for you for 3 years.
Okay.
There's lease. They can lease it for you for 3 years
Mhm.
without
Any interrupting.
any interruption.
Okay.
But when you are a yearly tenant, at any time, anything can change. As a yearly tenant, when landlord can come at any time, they want to make use of his property to move. There's a difference between a lease and
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just learning this now. So is it based on arrangement, or maybe you saw a property, you now approach the landlord, say, I want you to lease this place for me for 3 years. So you are paying for the 3 years. Are you paying for once, or how does it work?
Well, that is why I tell you guys, you can write officially.
Okay. Okay.
Because of the ongoing upgrade you want to.
Okay.
You can write to the landlord that, okay, I'll pay for 1 year.
But I need here for this period.
I'll be here for good 3 years. Good. But there's not going to be any increment. It's just like a compensation. They also compensate you, the tenants.
Okay.
So, but a lot of people, a lot of tenants do a lot of things ignorantly without consulting anybody. But when you do the right thing, you won't suffer. A landlord will not come for no you and start demolishing your house or increase your rent because you upgrade this property. And anything you want to do, even any upgrade you want to do as a sitting tenant, you are staying in that house and you want to upgrade the apartment, you have to call the landlord, you consult the landlord so that he can give you the go-ahead. If he not give you the go-ahead, you're on your own. So anything you do, even though you take him to court, it's going to still win. Wow. So it's better for you to sit with your landlord and discuss and understand each other before taking any other step. Because at the end, you find out that a lot of landlords will say, you want to enrich my property. So to avoid
those issues. Wow.
So,
this is really amazing. But for us to round up, let me just ask you this. For young Nigerians who wants to invest in real estate but don't have huge capital yet, what practical step would you advise them to start with?
Well, if you want to invest in real estate as a young upcoming, let me use the word, maybe God has blessed you financially.
Upcoming investor.
Upcoming investor. Well, if you want to invest in real estate, it's a very, very good investment. The only step you take is that, they say you cut your coat according to your size. You don't have 10 million, say you are going to Bitama, you want to go and invest in real estate. Even your 10 million is just a rent for some apartments. So we have other places. We have places like Airport Road. We have Jukwe houses, Karishi houses. You can use that money and purchase like 2 to 3 plots of lands. If you want to develop, good. If you don't want to develop, we keep it. At the end, you find out that you appreciate. If you want to even sell it, because the way the development is going on,
it's rapidly.
It's very, very rapid. So we advise you go to a place that you can afford, and buying it, you keep it, or if you want to develop it, you can keep it. So in the next 1 year, 2 years, you see, there was a time the same property I bought then in Jikwe that time. I bought it, not up to 6 months, I sold it. Times 2 of what
you bought it.
Yeah, so to tell you, investing in property works. You never lost.
Wow.
You never lost, except you did it blindly. And again, I will also advise you should, anytime you want to purchase any property, you have to carry a survey, know the position of that land. Is it on the highway? That's why you have to go to those edges or nudges for Nasarawa State. So they will
depending on where you
position of where your land is to avoid story that touches. So we advise you on that aspect. Then you also also get an estate valuer. I'll carry the valuation of that place to tell you the cost of that land. Well, you understand? So that's just the advice I will give you. But investing in real estate, you never lost. Because the estate valuer, we value it as for now. Then in future, how much is it going to cost? It will also tell you this is what is going to cost in future. So at the end, that is someone that want to invest in real estate so that you won't lose at the end of the whole thing.
Okay. Wow. It has been an amazing conversation. Even I myself here, I learned so much. I want to say thank you very much, Mr. Peter, for coming around and educating us on the issue of real estate. We have, punched a lot of topics, and I'm glad that he answered them well. So people who want to go into real estate, people who are having issue with landlord, don't just go to somebody's house and start renovating. And tomorrow the landlord says you should go and you start shouting. It's very, very important to have a proper documentation with the landlord. Have an agreement, just like he has stated, so that at the end of the day, you will not have issue. Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. And if you want to go into real estate or you want to buy property and you are looking for who to help you, I'm sure he's always available to help. So feel free to reach out to us. We'll definitely reach out to him and he will respond to you nicely. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. But just in case this is the first time you are seeing me and you have not subscribed to this channel, I say please subscribe. And don't forget to follow us across all social media platforms. My name is still Lawrence Okeke. Okweleme1 Nananri. Up to the next one.
Habla Mónica, yo voy negativo y me voy. Sueño en mi bolsa, Eminem Detroit.